Welcome to day 52, The Seeker's Guide to Soul Contact. Hope you're enjoying the class so far. This is composed of 365 lessons to bring you closer to spirit and soul. Today's theme is, I will examine my motives. Yesterday, we talked about the importance of honest communication as a quality possessed by those who are pure in heart. The second aspect necessary is motive. What motivates you to do what you do? It may run contrary to many popular notions if I say that all life, from the least to the greatest, is motivated by self-interest. Many will equate this with selfishness and disagree, perhaps pointing out that Jesus was far from selfish. But what must be realized is that selfishness and self-interest are two different things. For instance, we're told that Jesus, even in going to the cross, was motivated by self-interest. Here's a quote from the Bible itself. Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down on the right hand of the throne of God. That's from Hebrews 12, verse 2. So here we're told that even Jesus endured the cross, not just for us, but for the joy, quote, for the joy that was set before him. In other words, as difficult as his mission was, the end result turned out to be a benefit for him and was part of his motivation. Does this mean that even Jesus was selfish? No, not at all. At least not in the way the world defines selfishness. So what is the difference between self-interest as pursued by Jesus and selfishness? Consider this. All have self-interest, but all are not selfish. Selfishness involves placing the interests of the self from a materialistic short-range point of view above that of others. Some are so selfish that they will hurt others when it seems to be an advantage for their agenda. The key to understanding true self-interest is this. One who is motivated by selfishness is deceived, for selfishness does not result in advancing the betterment of self, and it's not true self-interest. The deceived, selfish person only looks to the near future and the material values in making his decisions. The wise person who looks after the real self-interest of the whole looks to the far future and considers the spiritual as well as material values. He or she realizes that he cannot obtain real advancement for self without helping others. Neither can he experience lasting joy by himself alone. True self-interest will move not only self, but many others along the spiritual path. When the true beneficial interests of self are seen, and the person acts on them, he will be seen as one who is not selfish at all, but dedicated to the service of others. He will be seen as being pure in heart, for he can see without distortion the path of advancement. The pure in heart then will have pure motive, not focused on the temporary needs of the ego, but on the good of the whole. He will not seek to glorify the lower self, but let his words and works speak for themselves. The assignment today is to examine your motives for your important decisions of life. Ask yourself, what was your motive in selecting your mate? Deciding to have children, your choice of a career, your choice of friends, the things you have purchased, the skills you have acquired, your labor of love, and more. How many of your decisions did not look far enough ahead and fell short of true self-interest? End with this affirmation for the day. I see my true self-interest involves loving and serving my neighbor as myself. little bit twist on thinking there and give you a lot of food for thought. And we will see you tomorrow.